Y'all hear me? Hey y'all, hey. Welcome to Hollyzworld. And I'm your girl Hollywood Uncut. Hey to those that's gonna come in on the replay. Don't forget to come in and hit like, comment. If you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. And we're gonna get to this video. We're doing a live reaction. We're doing a live reaction on Natalia Taylor. Yeah, we're doing a live reaction on Natalia Taylor. Let me check this. Okay, y'all can hear me. Yeah, we're gonna do a live reaction on Natalia Taylor, which she is a YouTube content creator and a influencer. But first, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get to this intro. I just got off of work, y'all. I'm tired, but I still gotta get some work in over here too. So here we are. Here I am. So let's get to it. Yo, 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 yo. Welcome to Holly's World. We got the hen in the cup. The hen is in the cup. Now let's light it up, light it up. Smoke it up, smoke it up. Inhale, exhale. Let's talk our shit for a minute, stars, and pop our shit for a minute, stars. A little bit of lights. Yeah, yeah. A little bit of camera. And it's on. Action with live Holly's World. The hell going on. But anyway, anyhow, let's get to this video. Don't be scared to drop down in the comments. Talk with me. And yeah, we're gonna do that. Hey sis, welcome. What's up, King Roman? Welcome. I sure appreciate it. So y'all, I don't know if y'all know Natalia or Anna Campbell. But we're going to get to it. Anna Campbell, she's another content creator, and these ladies have been allegedly, quote unquote, been like sexually harassed by this content creator, abused physically, mentally, emotionally, all of that. So I had browsed up on this video, so I just decided to come watch it with y'all to see what y'all think about it, and you know what I'm saying, see if y'all want to follow the story with or without me, but it's here too. This incident happened like a baby 8 months ago, but everybody is stepping forward and stepping up. All the survivors are talking about it. They trying to, I guess, get Anna locked up or whatever, but yeah, so let's play this video and let's get into it. I'm gonna sit back for a second. I'm gonna roll my blizzard. Y'all already know how we do over in Hollyzworld. So let y'all head down, get comfortable. Y'all got y'all house shoes on, roll y'all whatever y'all got. Light it up, light it up. Let's smoke it up, smoke it up. Inhale, exhale. If you got your little drinks, your cocktails, hey, it is what it is. Let's do it.
Hey guys, I am here today to share with you something that I have been keeping a secret for a pretty long time. And I never thought I would share this story or this part of my life on my channel, but I felt that maybe something good can come out of this, whether for my own personal healing
So
or
this is
helping someone else
Natalia
out there.
Taylor.
As you can probably tell by the title of this video, I was a drug addict on my YouTube channel and no one even knew. It was a
Ah, okay,
secret
you
that
winding
I
down like me,
kept
huh, sir?
behind closed doors that I hid from my friends, my mom, and all of
Hey,
my
Rachel Bay,
YouTube
welcome. How are
subscribers
you?
for a while. And I'm ready today. I'm terrified, but I'm ready to talk about what happened to me
King
and
said, hey,
how
y'all.
I overcame my issues and my addiction, how I dealt with that. Also, some personal stories of when I was under the influence, stories that you guys, you have no
Yes,
idea about, and they
yes,
might sound a
Ree.
little unbelievable to share, but I feel that this is the time for me to talk about it because I've decided I'm ready to tell my
Hey, it's
story.
all
I'm
hot.
ready to share with you
Welcome.
every single detail of that really dark time in my life so that maybe you
Bree said, hey,
could learn
everybody.
something about me.
Hit
But
the
I
like for
think
your
I'm
girl on your
ready
way in.
to
Share
talk
out.
about
Bring
it
some people
now.
in so they can
And
drop down in the
it's
comment and
been
get to this
3
story with
years
us.
that I've been
It's
sober
only take
off
a
of
second. And
hard
guess what?
drugs,
It's
and I'm ready to share
free.
my experience because now I have come to a certain place where I'm confident in myself that no matter how people react to this story, whether people are inspired by it
I'm good.
as
Same,
a
same. Look,
story of
same shit you
victory, of
screaming. I'm good.
overcoming
Could be better.
adversity,
But hey, here
or
we
if
are.
people don't
You know what
believe
I'm
me
saying?
and
We
they
breathing.
shame
We
me for
up. We
decisions that
living.
I've made in the past, I don't think that that will bother me anymore. So I'm here to talk about when I was secretly a drug addict on my YouTube channel and no one even knew. So
Rachel
I am
said, hey,
aware that I
everybody.
have a lot of really amazing, new, positive, encouraging subscribers here on this channel. And if you are younger than 18 and you are watching this video right now, I would really ask your parents if it's okay to watch this because it is a little bit more on the graphic side of
Okay,
things. But I
well, that was
promise this is
respectful.
not a sad story. This is a story of victory and overcoming crazy,
Yes.
crazy demons. And how I did that, I'm going to give you guys a little window to peek into my past and see things that were going on that weren't out in front of the camera. So it's going to be a really eye-opening experience for you guys probably, and also a good emotional, spiritual experience for me to get this all out there. They always say the truth will set you free. At least that's what I've heard, and that's what I've found over the years. I've acknowledged this truth, in my personal life and with my family and my friends. They all know about it. And you've heard me talk about my sobriety before, but you never knew what happened. So I'm just gonna go ahead
Okay,
and get
well,
into
let
it.
us know
I
what
want to start by
happened.
saying that this video is gonna be a fundraiser, and there can be a link below where you can donate anything that you can to the cause. I think I'm gonna make the fundraiser of this video for drug addiction, and I'll find a really good charity that you can donate to. I don't think I can monetize this, so I want to make sure we have a fundraiser down there that you have access to. Also, I am making an effort to raise money for Suicide Prevention Week, which is the first half of September. So I will be doing virtual meet and greets. You can purchase tickets in the link down below. 100% of the
That's
proceeds
cute.
are going towards suicide prevention and suicide awareness within teens and young adults. That is going to tie
She
into
got
the
a cool
story a
channel
little
too,
bit
y'all.
as
I mean,
well.
she much
So if
younger,
you're
but
interested
you
in
know.
meeting me virtually online, there will be a photo booth. You can get your ticket and help the
Way
cause. So
bigger
now that I have
channel,
said
a
that, I
whole
think
way
I'm ready to
different
begin. I'm going to
sector.
be touching
Just for
on
people, if
multiple
somebody
things in
want to
this
go branch
video,
off
all
to
of
something
which
new, look
happened
at
over
something
2
new, check
years
out some
ago.
new people
So
or
I want to
something, you
set
know.
the timeline correctly. From 2018 forward, or whenever it was I came back to my YouTube channel with this whole rebrand and everything had changed about me and my attitude, that has been me and my recovery. And I am so proud of this new audience that I've built. I grew my channel 3 times larger than what it was before. And
Yeah, she got a
I
real
know that
big
means a
channel.
lot of you guys weren't here before 2018, and maybe you didn't watch my content before then. But either way, I think it's really important that I still share this with those that maybe weren't around back then.
Well,
And the
right
last thing
now
that I need
she's
to note
speaking
is that this
on her
video will only be
ex-girlfriend. So this
speaking
other
on specific
YouTuber,
drug
she was
substances that
meeting
I
younger
deal with,
females,
even if I don't
flying them
do
into her
drugs. You
city,
guys
getting them
continue to
strung out
support
on
this content.
drugs,
I
sexually
have tons of
molesting
word of
them, and
mouth
she
and
another
super
bigger
power to
YouTube
influence
channel.
people
Like,
indirectly
it's
or directly.
crazy. I had
So
ended
I
up
want to
strolling
say
up on
how
this
much
story, so I'm like,
support
okay, me and
part way. I
Hollyzworld, we're
also
gonna
have to
talk
say
about this or
maybe
just
there's
look
a
into
lot of
it
things
and
that
see
I
what's
just didn't
going
need to
on. You know, a
weigh
lot of people don't like
say.
stuff like this.
So back
They
in
really prefer
2016, I
drama and
had my
shit,
very
but
first
you know,
viral
it is what
video
it
on
is, and
YouTube,
it's
and
you
it was
know.
me telling a
It's something
story about how I
different
was a
and
drug
something for
addict. So
educational
when this video was
purposes. You
listed
feel
on my
me?
channel, it was
So,
the main reason I gained subscribers within the first couple months of my YouTube platform. And I explained in that video that I have a biological father who abducted me when I was 7, and I shared very personal information about his mental state. I'm personally comfortable with sharing online my biological father technically abducted me and had schizophrenia. I'm very open about that story, and it's just important for what comes later because I do
don't
come
forget to
from a
like
pretty
y'all and
difficult
share
mental
out.
illness
Share,
history, and you'll
share.
see how
Share it
that
on here,
actually
share it
affects
on
me later
Instagram if
on
you
in
got
this.
Twitter or
So flash
Facebook.
forward
Share
to
that
late
shit.
2017 after my kidnapping video, I was accepted into a group collab channel of other YouTubers called Trash. Now this group was
This is where the story gets good at, y'all. So we got to pay attention from this point on.
About it. I won't be addressing too much of that in this video because it's not so much about my drug story, but it is important to note that Trash was what launched me into a whole new world of YouTube. I had never really met other YouTubers before or collabed with people, and it was an experience all on its own. And I felt like I had finally reached this point in my life. You know, like Tana Mojo knows who I am. It's a big deal for someone that's not a large YouTuber at that time, so I really had a sense of invincibility. And meeting these big YouTubers and having them know my name and hanging out with other kids that were in a similar position to me, it just makes you feel like you're on top of the world and nothing bad could ever happen to you. And not that that is an excuse for, you know, lapse of judgment, but that's where it all started for me. That's when I felt like I was questioning everything that people have told me up until this point. You know, everyone always says you can't, you know, make it in this industry, and then you
yes,
like,
right. It's all right.
Here I am, and you start to question what other things that were taught to you that are also wrong. One of those things being if drugs are actually bad. Like if they're introduced to you, you're always told that they're bad, but when you are put in the situation and you have all of these other reasons to rebel against your parents and your friends and everyone, it kind of becomes a blurred line. So this is the point in my life where like things are totally changing for me. My mindset, I'm hanging out with new people, I'm experimenting more with drinking and smoking, and it's just turned into more of a party phase. And a lot of my friends I'm making because we have common interests with partying. Not that I even really knew any of these people very well. We were just bonding over liking to party, and it's weird looking back because I really didn't know any of them. But at the time, it didn't really matter. So now Trash era has begun, and insert people that I've met: Ali Hardesty, Colin Berry, Sierra Watts. These are all like YouTubers that I made friends with. Also Anna Campbell. Now I feel really bad bringing up Anna's name because I don't.
That's who she's talking about. That's her ex-girlfriend.
Smear campaign for Anna Campbell because, you know, we dated and we were very open about our relationship online, and she's a prominent figure in my story. So it's just hard for me to talk about this stuff without saying her name. I mean, without saying her name, you guys would still figure it out anyways. So I'm just trying my best to be as honest as I can on my channel and as fluid as I can, and I feel that it's best for me to just say it how it is. As you guys know, I met Anna when we were both on Trash. You know, we later pursued a collab channel together called Natana.
That's Anna.
Now, but that was all very public back then, and that's how I portrayed my life back then. And I want to talk about my story behind the scenes. So, you know, anytime that I hear other people at least tell their story about experimenting with hard drugs, there is almost always like more than one person involved. Like it's not just usually one person doing it by themselves. It's usually they like make friends that are also interested in doing those things.
True.
And you have a group of people or a duo, or you just surround yourself with others that are interested in doing that exact same thing.
Are you a web creator? Get ready to up your work.
Come on now with these
an award-winning website builder. Elementor is the leading website builder that allows you to make WordPress websites visual without writing a single line of code. Intuitively edit and customize.
They better not start ads. I mean, you know.
And that is the number one thing that I really want to get through to my audience in this video, is that I was not being aware of who I was making my friends with and what relationships I was building with other people and what effect I could have had on other people. I wasn't thinking about my personal influence or other people's influence on me. It didn't make sense to me. You know, I'd always heard the saying, show me your friends or show me your friend group and I'll show you who you are. And I never really clicked with that before. So I have to say that when I became friends and, you know, pursued a relationship with Anna, it really became a toxic relationship that I had never experienced before. Up until that point, literally, like if you put gasoline and fire together, it was just a recipe for disaster, me and her. And it was after I met Anna, that I and her started to experiment more with harder drugs behind the scenes. And I think there was a certain level of trust that I had with this person because, as far as I was aware, she had a psychology degree and she knew a lot about drugs, and she's very open about this on her channel.
She have a psychologist degree.
Right now, but
Anna Campbell, that is.
About her experiments with drugs, and I felt like being with this person gave me a sense of safety or security, when in reality, I definitely misjudged that. Just because someone else has done something before you doesn't mean that it's a good idea for you to do it. Not to mention how I had blissfully no idea how drugs could affect me psychologically because of my family history with mental illness, and we'll get into that. So I started trying
that's
drugs,
too much.
All the while, I am still on.
So she's using drugs on top of her mental illness, and she had on that video too.
Pretending that I'm
you can't even tell.
The same exact person that all of my subscribers already knew, but what they didn't know was behind the scenes, I was going on, multiple night benders with no sleep. It got to the point where I actually got a house for both of us to live in, and we would just do hard drugs. So she went and got a motherfucking coke house to supply us with more drugs
or whatever drugs they was on house.
And one of those benders I specifically remember because it was very traumatizing to look back on now. How I made these decisions myself. Yes, I made these decisions and it affected me in a really dramatic way. But there was one specific time where we had been up for maybe a day or 2 days. I don't even remember. Doing drugs, like every couple hours. And I was looking at a wall. And for some reason, I thought that I'm sorry I'm laughing, but like seriously. I went up to a wall and I like peeked at, it was just a concrete wall with wood. Like there was nothing that you could look into, but for some reason I'm, out of my mind. We were looking
like I don't know what type of drugs those were. What y'all think?
People on the other side of the wall. I was like looking at nothing, but I thought I was staring through a peephole.
Yes, Nat, you was hallucinating, boo.
And it was just the most weird, insane thing to be so
I
out of mind and so strung out that you're like staring through a wall. And I was seeing like people running on the other side of the wall, and I was seeing animals and like a farm, like.
Oh man, yeah, she was hallucinating.
What? And then the next day I would come down off of all of this and make a YouTube video, and no one had any idea. And then as soon as that was done,
and she don't even look like you do it, do she? She still look cute, still look
doing drugs,
self-cared,
and there was
clean, fresh.
Literally just another wall. I don't know. My fixation was staring at walls when I was strung out, unfortunately. I thought I was watching a movie.
Dang.
Like, I was so high that I was looking at the shadows on my walls, and I was talking to Anna.
No, I was not.
That I was watching a movie. And
man.
We were both there, and there were other people there as well, but I thought that that was just, like, not alarming at all. That I was looking at nothing, and my mental state was slowly deteriorating before my very own eyes, and I had no idea, And this is normal. Like, this is happening every single night. I was staring at things, and I thought they were something else. I was hallucinating left and right.
Man.
I had a cork board hanging up in my bedroom at that house, and I was looking at the cork board, and for some reason I thought it was like a map of New York City.
What?
Absolutely insane, because it is, right? But when you're in that
now that's high, hallucinating high, overly high.
You're doing something right, and it's so twisted looking back on it, how no one knew. Like, literally no one knew other than my drug dealer.
Damn.
Myself. Maybe like a couple of my friends, but like not real friends, and Anna. Like, those are the only people that knew this was going on. And there's a certain level of myself just thinking like that wasn't even the worst of it either. Like, I feel like in my mind that wasn't that bad compared to what I'm about to tell you. I had gotten to the point where I was no longer doing this for party reasons. I wasn't just trying to figure out what this drug makes me feel anymore. I was doing it because I was addicted to it. And that was a huge difference when I realized that. I wasn't just trying stuff now. It was like, this is something I'm doing all the time. Like, it's becoming a big part
Oh
of my
man,
life.
sorry to hear that. Prayers
Friends
up to you. Can we get
outside
some
of me
prayers in
and
the
Anna that are
chat
also
for It's
partaking
All
in this?
Hot?
And it
Sorry that
just
you had to
all
go through
happened
that or
so
even
fast.
witness
It was
it. And I
like
hope your
one
sister
moment I felt like I
is
was
getting
trying
better
something a
or
little
can
edgy.
get
The next
better
moment it was
or
like, this is your
is
life
getting
now. You know,
better.
I'm spending all of my money, what little ad
And
sets money I
again,
was making
prayers
on my
to you
channel, I was throwing at drugs.
and your
$300,
family and your
$400,
sister.
$1,000. It didn't matter to me at that time. As long as I had what I needed to make sure that I partied, stayed up, crashed the next day, woke up, filmed a YouTube video so I could make more money for more drugs. Like, it was just like the worst
She
cycle
was
I
spending
ever
all her
experienced in
asses
my
on them
life.
drugs.
And I'm so happy that I'm able to share this story. I'm just thinking to myself how proud I am for not, like, you know, getting emotional in this video. Because,
And
like,
that's good.
you
That's
guys
good.
know I'm
Salute to
emotional. I'm
you.
a Cancer. I cry
Salute
a
to
lot,
you,
and
Nat.
I'm not gonna cry in this video because this is not a video that I want to make myself look like a victim in any way. This is something that I'm doing to help someone out there.
Right.
So I'm just really happy that I got through that part right there because I just remember that being so traumatic.
And that's why I kind of brought it to this side of the sector, so that way anybody over here, any content creators, any subs, you know what I'm saying, anybody in the chat who is like be going through things like this, you know what I'm saying, it's educational use.
It's weird thinking that now because it's like obviously you don't want to be addicted to drugs your whole life, but it didn't feel like a bad thing back then, and I really did identify.
Oh, see, ain't God good? Ain't God good? Prayers to that.
Harder and harder. The nights were getting longer. There were, you know, amounts of consumption were getting larger. Everyone has a breaking point. Now, my breaking point happened when Anna and I decided to go to a festival with a group of people in Ohio. And while we were at this music festival,
yes,
course,
ain't
as
it?
you guys might know, there's a culture
yes,
that
yes.
these festivals.
Most definitely welcome, babe.
You know, wish I never partook in, but unfortunately, drugs were there. They were brought along in our friend group, and I experimented with an extremely psychoactive substance at this event. And it's so weird because there's a very strange coincidence associated with this breaking point of mine, because on the way to the music festival, I was driving and I had an anxiety attack while I was driving, and I had to actually pull over, make my friend drive my car, and he took me to the hospital. I went to the hospital from anxiety that just came on randomly before this music festival, and it just looking back, that feels like my gut trying to warn me of what was about to happen. Despite my gut instinct telling me it was a terrible idea to do this drug at this music festival, I went ahead with it anyways because I was in a group of people, you know, that were doing it as well. That made me feel reassured and comfortable. Of course, I did it myself. I made the decision myself, and I accept my own accountability.
And that's what I like about Nat, because she is accepting her shit. You know what I'm saying? She understands this was her choice. She did what she did, and at the end of the day, that was it. You know what I'm saying? She figured that she needed out, so she got out.
Want to have a positive impact on each other, and you're aware.
And I can respect the person like this. With some of the content creators that came to feed us all the bull crap talking about they wasn't on drugs, but the whole time they behind the scenes doing drugs, coming on say they off of this, but the whole time they off of that. You feel me? So I can respect a person like that, but for a person like Nat, I can respect her because she coming very full force with whatever she got going on and whatever she did, and she's owning up to it.
Everywhere I looked, I was hallucinating myself.
I need to accept my ish too. Rachel said I need to accept my ish too. Yeah, yes, we all do need to accept whatever it is that we got going on. We need to just accept it, get with it, get over it, deal with it, face it, and put it to rest. Whatever the issue or the circumstances or the situation is, you feel me?
Committing suicide. Words can't describe.
It's all Hot said it was all them drugs she was taking. For sure it was. For sure.
You've made the choice to consume a psychoactive substance that you are now experiencing, and it's a terrible, dark trip, basically. I was on the worst trip, basically. And everywhere I looked, no matter what it was, I felt a message that I don't know where it was coming from. It doesn't even make sense when I say messages, but it felt that while I was on this drug, I don't know if you ever hear of these horror stories of people that do drugs.
What you said, yes, whatever it is, yes, put it to rest. We'll say Hollywood Uncut. Thanks. Yes, that's all we gotta do, babe. We don't need to keep carrying it on with us on our shoulders and our mind and our thoughts. Keep taking us back to it. You know what I'm saying? Just like let it go, get over it, and that's it. Sweep it under the rug, baby. We're gonna go ahead and just let that be.
This effect. My immediate reaction whenever I would have
it's all I said. My sister's the reason I never touched any drugs. She saved me. That was a lesson I'll never forget for the rest of my life. And I tell her every day, thank you, as you should. And that's great.
I woke up, all of the effects would be gone, and
Rachel said, amen. Definitely amen to that.
I was still experiencing it. Like, the drug effect didn't go away for me. Like, I'm just gonna let that sink in for a second. I never stopped tripping. I woke up the next day and was still experiencing a different reality, you guys. And I wasn't sure if it was the exact dose that I had taken or if it was my body having like a reaction. I had no idea at the time, and that is exactly what it was.
Dang, man, it probably was all that in one, boo.
And it never
got to be more careful.
I had fallen into drug-induced psychosis, which is essentially people that have a history of mental illness in their family. This happens more often to them.
And it set the drugs off and it set their mind off. That's what that means.
You can actually break your mind. And the drug doesn't go away. And your brain is stuck in a false state of reality.
Yeah.
You're not living in the same world everyone else is living anymore.
And that's how a lot of people go crazy, you know what I'm saying, off of drugs and then snap out. Because for the ones who got like personal mind problems and then they doing drugs on top of it.
It felt like it was my thoughts, but it was definitely the effects that I had experienced from the substance-induced psychosis. We went home, and that was when I made the decision to stop doing any substances from that point. I was
I bet.
That decision
Girl, I bet.
Everything else was different. I was no longer having visual effects from the drugs. I was having all of the mental effects.
Right, and with that mental, babe, you shouldn't even been doing no drugs.
Mentally, I was...
Shit, I wouldn't even suggest no CBD.
I don't know. The experience...
Like nothing. When you taking that type of medicine...
Unless you've experienced it yourself, you can't even imagine it. I never thought that it was something that could happen.
We as the people and being grown got to use our common sense. Like, we know we shouldn't be using no drugs and taking no medicine. Like, that don't mix together.
And while this was happening to me, I
been
was
fell the hell out of something.
Scared. I wasn't sure what was going on. I knew that it was my fault, and I couldn't fix it. I didn't know how to fix it. I didn't even know if, like, this was just my new reality. I was so messed up. And
hey, Shamira, babe, welcome. How are you?
This photo of me, it was taken
after
that music festival.
Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God, y'all. Oh my God, y'all. What the F? You know the rest. Oh, wow. She was doing some drugs. Look at the back of the mirror. The back side. Oh my God. Damn, Taylor. Damn that. Oh my God. Damn that. Baby.
And as you can see, what I had done to my body and how my decisions were very quickly deteriorating me. I didn't even see it for myself.
Mara.
It wasn't because I thought there was something wrong with me.
It's all hot in her body. It needs cleaned out from all them drugs she was taking. I'm not surprised. But look how it looks.
So clear that
Ooh.
Here, and no one said anything. I mean, I was so out of my mind. I no longer spoke to my mom or
that's scary, Stars. That's scary. Oh my God.
House, which was just me and Anna and the occasional drug dealer, and I should have been hospitalized probably during that state of time. I was extreme harm to myself with these thoughts that were, a product of this effect. And at one point, I was genuinely so psychotic and isolated in my own home that I got in my car with intent to commit suicide.
What?
Yeah. And thankfully,
girl, I am glad to see you here right now today, girl.
Because deep down,
yes. What about y'all? Like, what? What y'all think about that?
Something prevented me from going through with it, and I suffered in isolation in my own home as a prisoner of my own mind without the help that I needed. And when I say that I was psychotic and out of my mind, I mean like forgetting basic things like social cues and how to work my YouTube camera and how to edit a video properly. I couldn't make any more YouTube videos, and I became very angry. This is not me trying to tell this story to make myself seem like this isn't my fault. This is something that I did to myself. And
you see what I'm saying? How she's just steady, you know what I'm saying, taking hold of her own fault. I can respect that type of shit.
Sick. There was a time where Anna and I got into an argument and I took a picture off of my bedroom wall. I don't know if anyone's gonna remember this picture. It used to be in my old YouTube videos, but I ripped it off of my wall and I was so angry and out of my mind. I threw it at the wall and it shattered into a million pieces. And that's like, what the heck, dude? Like, that's scary. That's scary behavior.
Man, her mind was gone.
Whacked out that you're throwing and shattering things because you're not getting the help that you need. Like, I look back on myself and it's like I'm angry at myself. I'm angry at the decisions that I made, but I'm also angry that like no one helped me. I'm so confused about it all. And
man, I bet.
Just continuing to battle these unwanted suicidal thoughts that I had no idea what to do with, and I was, not talking to anyone about it other than...
Mary said, I respect that as well. Yeah, because she owned her own demons. You feel me? Unlike other people who will step up here and step out here and feed us a whole bunch of bullshit. And have us believe in one thing when the whole time it's another.
Anyone to get help. It was just so insane that something so serious was like dealt like so lightly, Like I think about now, if someone were to come to me and express that they are having terrible thoughts, I would immediately tell them like, please call, get help, do something. But for some reason, I never got that. And unfortunately, so many other people never get that. And they're not as lucky as I am to be here today. And I guess... again, that's why I'm like doing this whole fundraiser thing, because I've never shared this experience with you guys before. But after being clean or sober for a couple days, after returning from that festival where I was going into this weird tailspin, having weird psychosis, seeing things that weren't there, feeling things that weren't there, I decided that I wanted to remove myself from the home.
It's all I see it.
And that was really
oh, this is stronger strain. It's all I said. And what I don't understand, why nobody in her family wanted to go get her, family wanted to get her to help that she needed. We got the help that my sister needed, and it took care of her too. Yes, yes.
I broke everything off. There was like a huge explosive incident that occurred.
But remember, she was hiding it at first.
Details of that just for the privacy of Anna. I don't know if she's talked about that on her channel, and I feel that that's more her story to tell, which you guys know, like there's two sides to every story. I'm sure that she'll probably have her perspective to share, so you're welcome to watch that on her channel if you want. But this is my story, and I personally don't think it's right for me to talk about that. But it was later that night that Anna left my house and went back to Boston, and here is where we merge into the watch me phase of this story. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's completely okay. Just to summarize, after Anna got back to Boston, she filmed a video because she's a very open person on her channel with her, private stuff, which is fine. She filmed a video talking about our breakup publicly and didn't give too many details about my mental state and the real reason I had to end the relationship. And I know it's difficult when your two favorite YouTubers separate. It's not easy, and you want to know the details of who broke up with who and what happened.
Okay, Big Bird.
She made her video explaining her side of the story.
Anna!
Every right to do. I was not able to share my story because I was still not in my right mind. And in a weird, twisted attempt of me to talk to my YouTube channel or share what I was thinking, I made a video in response that I felt I needed to do because people were asking questions. People were hating on me for ending this relationship because they, it's not their fault. They just had no idea that I was in psychosis and I wasn't capable of filming.
What is she was already had mental health issues and doing drugs. Your mom will notice you were acting different and acting funny and looking different. I'm sorry, that's the honest truth. I agree with you. That's why when she said only her drug connect knew with her friends and her girlfriends.
A version of myself that was trying to talk with my audience that just couldn't put thoughts together in reality, and it just felt weird, right? For those of you that were around for that video, it was weird, and you could tell something was off with me. I was just not making sense in that video.
It's not funny. I'm laughing how she said it.
To my watch me video, asking if I was okay or like bullying me and hating on me because they had no idea that I was sick.
She looked a little sick on that picture. If not sick, she looked at like she was off some or been messing around doing something.
So traumatizing for me to be in a terrible mental state and not be aware of it and upload a video on YouTube for thousands of people to watch and question. Like, imagine if that happened to you. It was the most traumatizing thing of my entire life, and that's why I never addressed it. That's why I deleted that video. That's why I never had talked about this story before, because it was a wound that was so deep. I just wanted to cover it up and protect myself so that I would never be hurt like that ever again. And thankfully, after I uploaded, somehow managed to make that video and edit what a little of the video I did and upload it. Thankfully, someone intervened and helped me get off of the internet and get the help that I needed, hence why I took a year-long break, you guys. I mentioned before, it was for mental health. This is why, because I was out of my mind. I was tripping. I was experiencing unwanted suicidal thoughts every day for a year straight. And it took that entire year for those thoughts to finally start subsiding. And I want everyone watching this video to hear this story as nothing other than my story. This is my perspective of what happened to me, my view through my own lens, and not a comment on anyone else that I've mentioned in this video. Not a comment on Anna or any of my other friends from trash. This is my story of how I overcame terrible, terrible decisions.
Okay, you owned it. You owned it.
Induced psychosis. I mean, Thankfully, I
And you're
didn't even
clean.
overdose on any of these substances, overcame this terrible mental disease.
Exactly.
And also coming back to my channel, a completely changed person,
Right,
fully
right.
aware of how my actions affect myself and other people. And I made a pact, okay, that I was gonna build my audience to be something positive and not something that influences in a bad way. And I was always going to take these
It's
negative
not how I
things
said,
that
thank
I've
God,
done
right?
and turn them into something that mattered. And you guys always know, like, I say this in my videos, and it's funny, like, now I'm getting emotional. After all of that, now I always take the negative and turn them into a positive.
Right, they happy
because
tears,
that's
I feel
all
like.
we can do in life. We can take our traumas and our terrible, terrible stories, and thankfully, I have a platform where I can inspire people and maybe even change someone's life. So you guys know that's why I'm here now, sharing this story. I have found a certain level of healing within myself. I feel confident enough to talk about this with you, so that way
Thank
we can
God.
take the negative and make it positive and have an effect on people that are watching this video, hopefully. I'm also dedicated to helping the cause of drug addiction. Like I said, this video should be a fundraiser. I've never done one of these before, but it should be linked down below. If you do want to donate to the cause, I am also, like I said, doing one-on-one meet and greets with you guys, which I'm so excited to meet you.
Okay, that's cool.
And 100% of those proceeds are going towards preventing and spreading awareness of suicide with teens and young adults. So if you're more interested in that, then the link for those tickets are down in the description. There are 2 ticket levels. The first one is just a simple meet and greet.
Could y'all hear me? You had to get clean and sober to get your mind right. Yeah, I'm sure. Could y'all still hear me if y'all still there? That was like the end of the video anyway. But yeah, just to just to say the things that people go through in the life that we live, and some of this stuff we cannot make up. A lot of us go through that. A lot of our family members go through that, have been through that. We know some of our close friends have as well. We just gotta try to stay on the right path. Try to stay focused. And let's just try to do the right thing, you know what I'm saying, in our life. Some of us have friends. You might have, be partaking in some peer pressure and, things like that, but you just got to be strong and just like, don't mess around with it. If you know it ain't good for you, don't go messing with it. Let it be. Let it alone. Shit, leave it be. And that just is, you know what I'm saying? That just is what it is. And again, a person like that who can own up to all their mistakes, accept all their faults, you know what I'm saying? Stand face to face with their demons and, their soul, know that it's like just been gone and it's dark. And, that's like somebody who wants help. See, a person who accept all their faults, all their wrongs, everything that they do, that's a person who you can trust and believe that they won't help. You know, you can't help everybody. You know what I'm saying? You might try to help some people, but some of those people might not want the help. You feel me? So when some people want the help, you just have to give it to them. And like she said, she was going looking for the help and nobody was there. No family, no friends, the girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? Anna probably didn't want to help her because she was too busy still trying to get strung out and everything. And it's just like, damn, if I ain't got no help within my family and my friends, then what I'm going to do next? That means I got to goddamn it grab self. Now it's about me now. So now I have to get me together. And I'm just glad that Nat was that strong enough to stop and clutch her pearls and get herself together and able to get back on the right road. You know what I'm saying? Get back focused. You know what I'm saying? And ain't with all that drugging and tripping and you know what I'm saying? I don't know, all them trip kits and dealing with all them demons and shit. So it's like, man, it's all I said. I hope she stay clean and sober because it's a battle. Did she would it's a battle. Did she would better for the rest of her life? It's all I said. Sometimes you gotta hit rock bottom to get the help, and it's all on you for sure. Cause she definitely had to hit rock bottom first before she even decided to. And like she said, she started it out. She met these people on some type of YouTube channel where it was like a platform full of people and they called it trash, and she got to meeting people and then she linked up with that girl Anna, and it just is what it is. But let me tell y'all this, the girl Anna, that's not it. See, we just hearing this video and she's saying it like that, but in another video she went and linked up with Anna's other ex-girlfriends. It's like 2 to 3 to 4 of them, and they got the same story. Said that Anna met them, got them strung out on drugs, and just did all type of weird shit and crazy shit to them and changed their whole life and made all them hit rock bottom. I was finna pull up that video, but you know what I'm saying? It's acting stupid for some reason. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see how it's going. Let's see how was it gonna act, y'all. Give me 1 second if y'all can hear me. I'm trying to pull up this other video where they went. Okay, it's right here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all how what when I synced it and everything. So I'm gonna try to share this screen again, y'all. Hopefully it don't be acting stupid. Hopefully it don't be acting stupid. Let's see. So these are the other girls that Anna dated and went out with and everything. So their stories are pretty much the same. And like you said, they like you see there, we are all exes of Anna Campbell. This is our truth. Like, could you believe this is a YouTube content creator and she is like a couple of years was older than them? Like, come on, like it's crazy. Let's see. Let's see what they all got to say. Sexual assault, mental illness, drug abuse, addiction, blah, 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 blah.
This video is for anyone who
That's
is
her
a
in the middle.
survivor of
That's Nat in the
abuse,
middle who we was just
male or
watching.
female,
And these are the
publicly
other
or
two
privately,
girls.
online or online. You are not a victim. We are survivors. Anna Campbell has publicly used her platform as a weapon against us and many others.
None but the devil.
Anna Campbell glorified and fantasized the use of hard drugs in our relationships and to her young viewers. Anna Campbell, time and time again, has threatened suicide to us to prevent us from speaking out. We are survivors. Anna Campbell claims to be a mental health care professional, but was aware that I fell into a drug-induced psychosis while in a relationship with her. Anna Campbell filmed videos of me using hard drugs without my knowledge or permission.
And sent them to me while I was still in high school, glamorizing the use of hard drugs. This was 5 years ago.
Without my knowledge, Anna
and they
Campbell
all just
was
stepping up
sexting
right
with
now trying
minors
to
while in a
sue
relationship
her
with me.
and get her locked
Anna
up.
also sent explicit photos to a group chat of young fans, some as young as 12 years old. After breaking up with Anna Campbell to get help for my addiction and mental illness, she kicked a milkshake in my face all over my living room in front of YouTuber Ali Hardesty. Anna Campbell took this photo of my body where you can clearly see it was decaying from my drug addiction.
That's
But did she say in her last video that
same photo of my body just gone?
Anna then threatened suicide, locked herself in her room where I had to put a hole in the door in an attempt to save her. I called the police to the scene and I paid for the door's repair. After we had broken up, Anna Campbell influenced her followers to bully me while I was receiving treatment for my psychosis and drug addiction. Anna Campbell bullied me publicly and privately while I was under psychosis and unable to defend myself. Anna also created a false narrative about my sexuality online without my permission.
Good to do with someone that knows they're gay.
For me, it has been 4 years, and Anna Campbell is still harassing me privately, sending me harassing messages about my childhood kidnapping and religion. Anna taught us how to use drugs. I accept responsibility.
I accept responsibility.
I accept responsibility.
For participating in our own drug use, but we are proud to say we have gotten help.
And I have started my journey to recovery.
Okay.
We made the change.
Okay.
Anna Campbell, you are the common denominator. But we are here today to show that recovery is possible for you and for anyone. Anyone suffering with mental illness, drug addiction, or abuse can get help by following the links in the description. No one is too far gone, and it's never too late.
What that tells me, she prays all your girls with her. Yes.
Threatened suicide to keep me silent. She also went on Instagram Live and in her own words said, "Watch this be the last live you ever see of me, and you know who to blame."
This is only
Why is everyone saying get off live? Because I want to show people that Taylor's actually fucking driving me crazy? Fine, then get off live. Get off live. Watch this be the last fucking live you ever see me. Get off. Get off. And you know the fucking blame. And
Anna Campbell weaponized my own friends against me. Anna Campbell thought I was sending subliminal messages to Kaylee, so she threatened to key my car.
What you're about to see is a text conversation between Anna Campbell and Maddie Flynn. You will see Anna and Flynn threatening physical violence and vehicle vandalizing. This is very disturbing. I don't know what the hell they say. I can like see, but that is like real little. So obviously they texting her and Maddie back and forth or something.
She supplied drugs to me to the point I needed hospitalized. I was 18. Instead of getting me the medical attention that I needed, Ali Hardesty and Anna Campbell both took a picture instead. Anna Campbell used her platform to spread rumors that I was a prostitute, abused my animals, and did drugs that I did not do.
Abuse my animals.
Ali Harding, a large TikToker with over 1 million followers, to invalidate my sexual assault, which led to threats and harassment for over a month.
Y'all, and a lot of people on TikTok banded her. She got a lot of views and a lot of followers on TikTok too.
With Anna.
I guess it's her new girlfriend.
This girl has accused Anna of so many fucking things that are not true. They're not fucking
She better be careful.
I literally will not stop talking about her. Will not stop. Anna's mental health is like not good right now, clearly. And this girl will keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And I'm a huge advocate for mental health, as 90% of you know. And then this girl uses my sound, as if I'm not friends with Anna. Taylor, Anna has begged you time and time again to keep your fucking mouth shut. Asked you not to talk about her anymore. And you won't stop. So fuck you.
Anna Campbell tried coercing me to be sexual with her in order to exploit me on her OnlyFans. When I relapsed with self-harm, Anna Campbell used it as a form of manipulation during a moment of weakness the next day. Anna Campbell punched my friend in the face for trying to take Xanax away from her. Anna Campbell was sending me explicit photos, videos, and texts while I was still in high school and she was 25. Anna has a psychology degree but told me
And me.
that we were faking our mental illnesses. Anna let out her aggression towards me and our belongings. Anna Campbell raped me.
What the?
Anna Campbell messaged me when I was 18 years old. The first day we met, she provided me with so much drugs that we both ended up in the ER and had to be hospitalized. Anna preyed on my innocence and my inexperience with sex when I was freshly 18 years old. She was 26. Anna Campbell exploited my body for her OnlyFans. It was never her. It was always my body that she sold.
Okay, you know what? I need to go see Anna. We gotta go see Anna.
To see my body.
We gotta go see Anna, y'all.
Anna Campbell cheated on me with a man.
We gotta go see Anna.
The following day, I attempted suicide, and I ended up in a psych ward.
And then publicly blamed me for Kaylee's hospitalization.
I was hospitalized for overdosing on Xanax. When I was discharged, a few days later, I went over to Anna Campbell's house and she supplied me with more Xanax. Anna Campbell physically assaulted me by throwing me to the ground, pinning my arms. Do you see my hand?
I am so sorry, girl.
How scary that moment was. It was so scary. Threw me to the ground, got on top of me, and restrained my wrist. I took photo evidence of my bruises, and Anna Campbell still to this day denies the
Okay, I gotta see what Anna talking about. I'm sorry. Let's go see what Anna talking about. Like they said, it's always 2 stories to a side, maybe 3, and to me it looked like it's 4 with the 4 of them, right, Stars? So we gotta get to it. We gotta see what Anna talking about.
And she also said yes. So while I'm home off drugs and
Let's see
Boston,
what
she's
Anna talking
continuing to do-
about. Yeah, we gotta see what
Okay,
Anna
guys,
talking
I'm gonna be honest
about.
with you. I'm fucking pissed. It is probably close to 4 in the morning, 3:37 in the morning, and I just came across an article. It has me very, very angry enough to make me get in the shower at 3 in the morning. And
This is Anna.
There's so much shit that I want to talk about that I am not gonna beat around the bush.
You can tell she just got the shower, her hair wet, dropping down on her goddamn shirt.
Statements and videos and stories and articles and just all of the above about me come out recently. Some coming specifically from my exes. Some of which are true,
Mary,
some of
if
which
you
are
still here.
fabricated, and some of which are just straight blatant
I knew she was a
lies. But the one thing
predator.
that all these statements
I ain't
are
laughing at that. I'm laughing how you said it, man. That's crazy. It's all high.
Kicking a milkshake
It's all high. I
into
said,
the
what the
wall,
hell? Right. That's why I said we gotta hear Anna's side of the story. She will never be around my damn
every single thing
kids.
that I have done wrong in our relationship.
It's that,
whether
that's
this
that
be in
bullshit
tweets
there.
Or Instagram stories or their
How do you
We Are
know these girls
Survivors
are gay? They
video.
are probably
They have posted
not.
literally every fucking thing they
Right.
could think of to not get justice, but to literally ruin my life. But I'll get more into why I think that at the very end of this video. And hopefully by the end of this video, you watching, it will open your eyes because there
Yeah, we're not gonna watch this whole video. I just wanna, you know what I'm saying, see what Anna got to say about Natalie, Maggie, you know what I'm saying, and all of them.
Or you
Cause
need to rehear. But I want to make it very clear that I'm not.
it's always a
in any
few
way trying
sides
make
to a
it seem
story,
like
and we never
two
know
wrongs
whose
make
story
right
is the truth.
or-
But
or
now that we
wrongs
just
make right.
heard
But what I'm
half
trying
of
to
them,
say
we're
is
gonna
that
see
it's
what
not
she's saying.
okay
Then we're gonna go with
for
what we
these 3
believe.
girls to
You
gang
know what I'm
up
saying?
on me
Our
and make
opinion.
me seem like this ultimate abuser. And I can't lie, I got pretty upset with the video, but I got even more upset with the article that came out. The Insider article hasn't even came out yet, so that's gonna be interesting. But the article that I just saw a couple hours ago that made me film this video, it really fucking pissed me off. I can officially say I'm done giving a fuck, and that's gonna become very obvious within the next couple of minutes. This video is gonna be mostly about Ashley and Taylor, and we're gonna start off with Ashley. So let's start off by talking about the drugs, because it is still something that she and everybody else can't stop talking about. I am blamed for getting her addicted to drugs. I am blamed for getting her started on drugs. I am blamed for her mental health that crashed down after the drug use.
That girl said crash down.
When it comes to Ashley and her drug use. And this is all over the internet. It's not hard to find. And although there are a variety of comments I get when it comes to this subject, most of them are about me getting her into drugs and getting her addicted to drugs. So
They
I'm gonna tell
banned
you
her
something
Twitter
that
too.
I've
They
talked
took
about
Anna
before,
Twitter
and then you guys can decide
down.
if I
got her addicted to drugs. Or if I fed her drugs, as my exes want to say. So let's rewind to when we first started dating. We end up getting a house together in Ohio, and we turn it into basically a fucking drug house, a party house. So anyway, I moved to Ohio.
Okay, we heard that. She said that. She said that.
Friends with Ashley's friends. So we have a party one night, and I ended up meeting one of her friends, and we ended up becoming close. Not just me and him, but me, him, and her.
Oh, okay.
And he happened to be really big into psychedelics. So we start hanging out with this group of friends that
psychedelics.
Big into drugs. Every party we went to, they were doing drugs in the bathroom, whether it was coke or Molly, and we were joining right in with them.
Coke and Molly.
We made those decisions together. It didn't take long until we started doing coke and Molly all the time, and we continued to make the choices together. But this is the part that I've never talked about, and I want you guys to really listen and tell me if you still think that I was the one that was handing out and just feeding all these girls drugs.
Yeah, because that's what they're saying, Anna.
I actually felt like she had to be in charge of when we should do our next line, so she wouldn't let me touch it at all. I wasn't allowed to, and she kept it in a vase in the bathroom, and when she felt we were ready to do the next line, she got the next line ready, and it didn't take long. It was literally 10 or 15 minutes, but because I have health problems, she just felt like she should be in charge of it, and because of that, we were on her time when it came to how often and when.
Okay, now Nat didn't say that.
I was handing her out drugs and feeding her drugs.
Yes, they said that.
Literally, it was the opposite. I wasn't.
Oh wow! See, it's always some different sides to a story, and obviously there's four.
Handing her drugs. Not to mention, every single time I went home to Boston, she continued to do drugs. She lied to me about it at first, but she admitted it later. She also admitted to having a sleepover with our best friend, who I considered like my brother. So when I found that out, I immediately asked her if they did drugs together, because I know how it is, and she said yeah. And then I asked if they slept in the same bed and if they cuddled, and she also said yes. So while I'm home off drugs in Boston, she's continuing to do drugs while sleeping in the same bed as our best friend, cuddling with him. But her and everyone else and all of the viewers want to say that her drug addiction was completely my fault. But still, it doesn't end there.
Oh,
now
man.
Let's talk about DMT. I didn't even know what it was. I've never heard of it, and I don't think she did either. Or maybe she did, I don't remember, but neither one of us had tried it before. So again, fast forwarding a bunch of irrelevant details.
I don't know nothing about that either.
Doing DMT together for the first time, and she absolutely loved it, and I thought it was one of the most terrifying experiences of my entire life. And I will still say that till this day. To be looking at your friends and to not know that they are your friends, to not know that they are human, to not even know that there's a difference between a human and the table that's in front of you, to not know that one is alive and one is an object, to not even know that you are alive. It is a very crazy experience, and I ended up actually losing consciousness during my trip. Nobody else did. And when I woke up, it fucked me up so bad that I jumped up and freaked out and ran into the other room and started pointing at objects, saying what they were. So for example, I was like, that's the fridge, that's the stove, that's the cabinet, that's the floor. It was
not
like an
so not funny.
I had no control over
I'm laughing at the emotions and how she's saying it, like being sarcastically.
Put meaning to anything, and that's what I mean when I say.
See, it's always a different side of a story. I don't know who to believe now.
But then all of a sudden, it like snapped back, and I was just like, whoa, and freaked out and started naming objects. So clearly, I didn't have the best time. I wonder how much of this Ashley really remembers in detail, because
I mean, because the way she coming off, it don't sound like she's lying neither, though.
Me and her drug addiction, when in reality, what I'm about to tell you.
But they all is saying the same thing about her, so everybody can't be saying the same thing now.
Act like it never happened. My fucking camera. I knew it was only a matter of time before it did that. But anyway, like I said, Ashley had an incredible time. I had a confusing and terrifying time. But because she had such a great time, she begged me to do it with her again. And I continued to say no for days. I know this is going to sound crazy, but it was mainly because of the physical experience that I had. Like, I know I described a little bit of what happened, but I also like felt my entire body melt, and then I felt my body disappear and like shoot off. It was just really too much to handle.
Oh man, they was off some drugs.
She begged me for days, and I continued to say no. So what does she end up doing? She does it alone. And I watch her do it alone while I sit on the beanbag in our sunroom, or the coke room, I should say. And what happens after that? She has another amazing time. So she continues to beg me for more days and days, if not probably close to a week, to do it with her so we could have another spiritual experience together. And I kept saying no, and I kept saying no. And eventually I said yes. But I was so fucking scared to do it that I didn't want to do it with her. I wanted to do it alone and have her watch me do it because I thought that something was going to happen to my body because I was so scared of what happened the first time.
And she gonna turn around and do it again? What sense does that make, Anna? Anna, please make it make sense, Miss Campbell.
She literally hits the bowl for me because I'm too scared to hit it and I can't even take a big enough hit, and she has to tell me to like keep doing it because I'm too fucking scared to do it. But I do it, and I end up closing my eyes and just laying back, and my whole body was just shaking so bad. And I remember I could just feel my eyes, like I couldn't open my eyes, but it just felt like they were like worse than the most Molly you could ever take. And then I woke up and I immediately started bawling my eyes out. And I was trying to figure out why I was crying, and I was trying to make sense of it. I still to this day don't know why I was crying. But regardless, it took her like over a week to convince me to do this with her after I kept saying no, after I kept saying I was too scared. And after I finally did, she cried to me for days because she felt so bad that she pressured me into doing a life-changing drug. Yeah, you heard me right. She cried real tears because she felt so bad for pressuring me into doing DMT. But I bet nobody wants to talk about that. I wonder if the Insider article is going to publish that when I write my statement to them.
See what I'm saying? These stories are a trip.
Added in my statement. Because like I said, one of the biggest things specifically with Ashley is me getting her addicted to drugs. And I would love for her to tell me one time I ever pressured her or asked her or convinced her or begged her or anything to do a drug. Never. But I just told you everything that I just told you, and yet I'm the one that's blamed for getting her into drugs and getting her addicted to drugs. I do just want to say I am in no way, shape, or form saying that she got me into drugs or got me addicted to drugs. I'm just saying it takes two to tango, and there's two sides to every story, and you guys
they all screaming the same thing.
At the end of the fucking day, we made those decisions together. We chose to do those drugs together, and neither one of us forced the other person to do anything, so neither one of us should be blamed for the other person doing the drugs. Like, it's not rocket science. So another part of Ashley's video that I want to talk about is when she shows the picture of her body and she says, I don't mean to laugh, but I just don't understand how I could be blamed for this. Like, some of this video was just like very
Yeah, she showed us the picture.
I don't mean to be a bitch, but it was very cult-like and very strange. Anyway, so there's a part of the video where Ashley shows the picture that I took of her body that she asked me to take for her for a modeling gig. But let me just show you the clip.
Anna Campbell took this photo of my body where you can clearly see it was decaying from my drug addiction.
Now please tell me you heard the tone of her voice. She's saying that I am not only an abuser, but she's a survivor because I took a photo of her that she asked me to take of her. And this is where I have to say she is either extremely just not self-aware at all, or she's really trying to just use everything that she can to try to make me look like an abuser. We were both so strung out that we didn't even realize that you looked so like skinny and like really sick.
I can believe it. I can't even stunt. I can believe it.
Why the fuck am I an abuser for that? Because I was unable to recognize something that you weren't able to recognize either? Because we were both doing drugs, enabling each other? Let's keep it moving. Another part in the video is when Ashley lies and says that I kicked a milkshake and it got all over her face. This one really got me.
She kicked a milkshake in my face all over my living room.
I really don't know if this is like a product of false memories and like resentment, or if it's just like straight up pathological lying. But what
so what y'all think since y'all heard her and her? Like what? Oh my God.
At all. She walked out of the
I don't know if Anna a player or a prayer. I don't know if she playing on the ladies or praying on the ladies.
And said, "You're not going to follow your girlfriend." So
if she like the little puppy that praying on the ladies, she doing everything that they said.
There was never any
if she being a player and playing on the ladies,
it was on the fucking wall.
They may all just be jealous. She probably messed with each one of them at the same time or one after the other. And you know how they go when you want to make another person mad and they all want to take her down because she all hurt. You know what I'm saying? How they can go. So I don't know. It seems like to me it can go both of those type of ways.
Happen to leave out some minor important details that I'll make sure to fill in for everybody. So, one day, me and Ashley were fighting, and I was crying, laying on her bed, curled up in a ball, and Ashley got so angry that she ripped a glass photo off of the wall. And she
is little than all these girls.
And this is something
she might be
like
older, but she's very smaller than all these girls. So I don't see why they just didn't grab her by the neck or her collar or her hand, just slapped her down to the floor or something.
Exploded all over onto me where I was.
Because as we see, they are very much way bigger over her.
Everywhere, all over me, laying on her bed, because she literally whipped it across the room. And what was in the middle of the room? The bed. It literally whipped right over my head and smashed and shattered all over me. And when this happened, I was already crying, so I just didn't know what to do, and I immediately left. I didn't really know anybody in Ohio.
And then you don't know who to believe when drugs are taking place, because I want to believe both of them, but I don't know what, I just don't know. It's just so confusing. It's just messed up.
All I'm saying is, if me kicking a milkshake into the wall makes you a survivor and makes me an abuser, then what does you shattering a glass photo over my head while I'm laying in your bed crying in a ball make you and me? Are you the abuser now?
Yeah, she did say she snatched that pineapple picture from her wall and just threw it because she was high. Yes, she did say that to us, guys.
I was about to move on from the whole milkshake and glass photo thing, but I realized something really ironic. Ashley actually justified or tried to explain the same way I do her behavior when she threw the glass photo over the bed where I was laying by blaming it on her drug use or coming down off of drugs.
There was a time where Anna and I got into an argument and I took a picture off of my bedroom wall. I was so angry and out of my mind, I threw it at the wall and it shattered into a million pieces. And that's like, what the heck, dude? Like, that's
right.
Scary.
We heard you say that at first.
Behavior, to be so out of your mind because you're whacked out that you're throwing and shattering.
Yeah, see, they was too high. They don't know. They don't know what was going on with each other.
That's something that everybody's coming at me for, specifically them, is that I'm blaming my behavior.
They sound like the truth, and they both sound like the lie. Like, that's crazy. How?
But now, moving on to one of the most serious parts of this video, and the most, like, I just will never understand what I was thinking. Ashley should have known better too. We both should have known better. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, at Playlist Live 2017, Ashley and I had a three-way kiss with our, like, biggest, I hate the word, fan, but she was like one of our biggest supporters. For some reason, we thought it would be a good idea. How do we think that? Like, I have no explanation for that. Other than fucking stupidity. It's very rare where I, like, am actually speechless. I've been speechless a few times in the past couple of weeks because of the situations going on, but this is another one of those situations. Like, I genuinely, with all my heart, am, like, so sorry that we didn't know better, and I didn't know better. It didn't seem like it was a big deal, and we just thought it was a cute thing to have.
It's all her said. I think she prayed on the young girl. She an older woman. Yeah.
Like a three-way peck. Obviously, me, Ashley, and her. Oh, I forgot to even say.
I think she took advantage of them girls. They was young and dumb, and she used drugs to do it. Yeah. I can believe all that too.
She was 16. That's the main fucking.
But it's just so confused. It's confusing, but then it's not. Because it's like they stories, but they both sound genuine. Everybody sound like, you know.
I don't know how we didn't see that as, like, wrong.
Like, she don't sound like she lying because she off the top with it.
She's gonna look at that as wrong. It's just like, I'm so sorry that I let that happen. But the part that is, like, so fucked up, because it has to do with the people that actually filmed it and posted it, is that when they posted it, I'm going to show the picture and I'm going to try my hardest to blur out her because she was obviously 16 at the time, but I'm going to try to show as much as I can and try to explain. I'll just, like, put it over here. You can clearly see me and her, even though I'm going to try to block her out some way. And if you look
they kissing.
You could see
so they didn't flew one of their #1 fans in.
Or something, but you can see it.
So they smokehouse.
Ever so slightly, but
16.
Can't see her body because they cropped.
And they all did a three-way kiss.
You can easily tell they cropped the picture because look at it. Like, it's very obviously.
And she cropped the 16-year-old out.
Which I do take accountability for, and that never should have fucking happened. But it just baffles me that, like, why isn't Ashley held to the same accountability? Like, in this Insider article, this is Insider. Another speechless moment. It's fucking Insider. If they don't see this whole situation, it's going to be portrayed so inaccurately, and that's just going to be so fucked up. And I think the reason why I'm bringing this up is pretty obvious. It's because Ashley, in the video and multiple other times, is pinning me out to be a pedophile and a predator when when in reality all the pedophilia accusations about me are false, and this is the only, like, that's why it bothers me so bad and I actually like get emotional about it. What were we thinking? Like, how did we think that was okay? Like, of course it looks so bad now. Like, it feels so bad now. I don't know, I just find it like another ironic moment that she's coming at me for something that she literally did. And she did take accountability by tweeting one fucking tweet and saying something along the lines of like, I was there, I take responsibility, or some bullshit like that. And then she never spoke about it again. And I continued to get attacked for it for like, what, 10 months now? And you never see anything about Natalia Taylor kissing a minor. You never see anything like that. I don't know, like, I don't mean to sound like I know I'm right on this, but I just feel like anybody would agree, or like should morally agree, that we should be held to the same accountability when it comes to that. Also, it's not even fucking fair that they like edited it to like, that just shows intention. Like, it's not about justice or bringing awareness. Why would you cut the other person out? We should be both held accountable. That shows intent. Okay, moving on, and this is going to be one that no one has ever heard before, or at least no viewers anyway. So another part in Ashley's video is when she has Kaylee tell a story about how I cheated on her at the bar when I made out with the guy. And even though this had nothing to do with Ashley, you all chanted, "We are survivors." Meaning you actually must think that if you get cheated on, you were a survivor. And if you do the cheating, then you're the abuser. That's the message of that part of the video, right? Let's tell a little quick story. Do you remember when we went to Florida after the cruise and you left me in a hotel room alone for hours in the middle of the night so you could go fuck your friend who coincidentally happened to be in the same area of Florida as us at the same time, and then you come back and get in the bed and cuddle with me? So who is the abuser and the survivor in that situation? Or is there no survivor because the only person that got hurt was me, and there's no way that I could be a survivor because that would mean that you, Natalia Taylor, would be an abuser, and there's no way that that could be. I really hope my sarcasm is getting through to you guys, but just in case it's not. It is. What I'm saying is it takes two to fucking tango. I've said it multiple times in this video and I will keep saying it. Everyone fucks up and makes mistakes in relationships. The only difference is mine got recorded and blasted all over the internet for hundreds of thousands of people to see and listen to, which makes me an easy target to be an abuser. And I admit, I have abusive behaviors. I have toxic behaviors. Man, very everybody else. Why is it so hard for people to see that? I don't know. I'll just keep saying that there's two sides to every story because this video has already shown that. And we haven't even got to Taylor yet. And I'm sorry if it seems like I have an attitude at times during this video. Most likely the whole video. But it's because I am angry. Like, how can they sit there and act like they are like literal saints? Literally listing off everything that they could think of, including lies. For justice, it's like, no, if you wanted justice, you would have gone to the cops. Okay, so now this is exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what makes it iffy. Like I said, the reason why it is now 5:47 in the morning is because I discovered this article like at 2 or something like that, and it pissed me off so bad that I was like, I'm filming a video right fucking now. And it just quotes all of them. There's a quote from Ashley, and it says, she was texting with minors while in a relationship with me and began sexting with minors, some as young as 12 years old. I'm just gonna let that sit in for a second. I'm just gonna take a sip of this really quick. While you guys let that sink in case you need a minute. Let me read it one more time. She was texting with minors. Now you explain that shit. And began sexting with minors, some as young as 12 years old. First of all, I have never sexted a minor in my entire fucking life. Let alone a fucking 12-year-old. Let alone texting a 12-year-old. You think I'm just having a casual conversation with a 12-year-old? Do 12-year-olds even have phones? I don't get it, but this article... Now that was just stupid. These 12-year-olds have phones. Before how I've made stupid mistakes, such as sending sexual jokes in multiple different group chats that had, I don't know how many people, a lot of people with a variety of ages. However, to say that I was sexting minors, some as young as 12 years old, this is quoted and written in an article. And the fact that she said that I was doing this while I was in a relationship with her, like, do you think I'm just like laying in bed, like casually texting a 12-year-old, like, just, hey, what's up? Like, talking to a fucking 12-year-old and then sexting a 12-year-old? Like, are you good? If you want the truth, because that's what I'm about to ask you, like, seriously, that's what I'm about to ask you, Anna. Like, the fuck, is you good? Are you cool? Like, where they do that at? Acting like we were just friends, or fucking other guys. But in regards to the group chats, and I feel like this is like a good time to say it, because when else am I going to say it? I have been thinking about just everything that went down in the past fucking years, and I could be wrong, but I feel like because I portrayed myself, I still kind of do, even more so back then, as like vulgar, crazy story times. I was just that crazy YouTuber. I was nuts. And
yes, she was, y'all. Please go check out her channel.
I swore.
She's a huge YouTuber.
You know, this like sweet little.
But she been off of YouTube since this bullcrap been happening. They took her YouTube down. She still got her Instagram up.
If I'm wrong about this, I probably sound so
they banned her off TikTok.
But I feel
like they trying to really ban her.
And I just never really
and like shut all her social medias down due to the younger girl saying that she was predated to them.
That, like, they're gonna like say whatever they think is gonna get me to reply, and I was known
like you said, Hollywood Uncut, yes. Explain that shit. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We all ears. Like now we gonna let that sink in for a minute, right?
Okay, but I swear on my fucking grandmother's soul, who literally died like a year ago, most of you guys know that I never ever had any sexual intention with anybody in any of the group chats.
Oh man, she lying on phone now. Is she lying on grandma's phone now?
I made you uncomfortable because I feel like back then you were just
she like, acting like one of the guys. She lying on phone them, y'all.
Even though there was no sexual intent, it's still fucking inappropriate. But I'm never going to admit to having sexual intent.
Exactly. Why would you? Because you're going to put yourself in the hot seat.
Point, I'll try to make this one quick because I want to zoom through these points.
Think about what you're saying, little Anna.
Something that Ashley tweeted recently, very recently, and she said that something about me that she never talked about before was that I would, what did she say? Let me see the exact words. Hang on. Glorify and encourage suicide pacts. Another speechless moment. Where the fuck did you get that one from, Ashley? You know that my cousin, my fucking godmother, committed suicide. My entire rib tattoo is for her. Like, you know how sensitive of a topic suicide is for me? And you want to say that I encourage and glorify suicide pacts? Where did that come from? The only time in my fucking life a suicide pact has ever even been brought up to me was when you had your really crazy experience at Electric Forest and you went into a psychotic episode from taking a tab of acid and you bought a painting of two girls like melting into each other, and you told me later that night that the reason you bought the painting was because it was giving you a message that we were supposed to kill ourselves together. And that has literally been the only time I have ever had a suicide pact or anything even like that come up in my life. And you know what I did? I did everything in my power to try to bring you back.
They need a reality check.
That you weren't thinking clear and that you were tripping and that you were on a drug and that you were going to be okay, and I was trying to comfort you. I never once glorified or whatever the fuck you said, encouraged a suicide pact. And again, the only time that has ever been
you heard me,
you,
girl.
So I don't know what you're even talking about. Like, I mean it when I say some of this shit is like pulled out of people's assholes. Like, I don't know where it comes from. Like, I was just gonna say another one. What the fuck was it? Oh yeah, Ashley tweeted that she is no longer going to allow my suicide threats to keep her silent. And I just want to ask you, Ashley, what the fuck are you talking about? We're not even in contact. We haven't been in contact in forever. When was the last time I threatened you with suicide? Because I'm pretty sure it was during our breakup when I was freaking out.
I am laughing because Anna is crazy, y'all.
Because since then, I haven't really talked to you except the time I visited you, and I never threatened suicide then. And like I said, we haven't been in contact
to the suicide stuff. I'm just laughing because her sense of humor, her personality, like her sarcasm, it's just like really
and then
off the meter.
You me on Instagram and you messaged me a phone number. And I remember I was so shook to get a message from you because I had already seen the Predator tweet. So before I even looked up the phone number, I remember I messaged you, and I can't show the messages because you have me blocked and I don't have Instagram anymore. But I remember this clear as day. I messaged you and I said, "What's this?" But before you could reply, I looked up the number just to find out that it was the suicide hotline. And then I don't remember exactly what I said, but I remember I kind of went off on you respectfully, saying, why the fuck are you sending me the suicide hotline number while you're adding on to the most disgusting accusation that there could be, that I am a child predator.
She said respectfully. That's not respectfully, like, Anna.
It makes sense. Where is Taylor when you need her? 2 + 2 isn't equaling 4. And then Ashley replied with something along the lines of, sorry, I tried to delete the tweet before you could see it, or like I didn't want you to see it, or something like that. So please make that make sense. You were saying
I don't know if they just mad at her or Lil Anna is a prayer on young girls. Like
suicide hotline number because you felt bad for calling me a predator and you thought I was gonna kill myself. Again, I wonder if the Insider article is gonna report on that. I guess we're gonna just have to wait until it comes out. But now let's move on to
okay. Had to unexpectedly take the entire part out. Pretend there's an outro. Okay. Girl, they crazy. I don't know what to believe about that, but this girl, she cray. She cray, y'all.
Wednesday at Ashley Home Store from 10 a.m. to midnight. Save 30% off store-wide.
I just want to see some. Lil' Anna is disturbing. She crazy. Responded to salon and exposing my ex-girlfriend body on OnlyFans. They call her the most dangerous, toxic YouTube ever. Girl, look, there go another one of her girlfriends together. Like she do got a lot of girlfriends. Anna Campbell. Let me see what she's talking about, y'all. I'm just only finna be on here for about another 20 minutes. By the time I finish smoking this next blunt, and yeah, I just want to come go over this story with
everyone watching, take this as drug
and just show y'all how,
story time. This is what can happen.
Like, see what's up with some of these YouTubers, like the YouTubers that's over here in our sector.
Please don't point it out.
Us as content creators, we ain't never this wilding out, like
serious video.
But they out here.
Most of you guys probably already know, Ashley uploaded the other day talking about her drug addiction story, and I played a huge part in it. And honestly, as
she looked better right there.
Was for me, I don't know how she got through that without crying. Props to her, because I definitely cried. Wow, my eyes look really swollen. Not like anything else is going on in my life that would make me cry. I'm just kidding. But yeah, her video was hard to watch, obviously, because it had to do with me. As hard as it was to watch, it was honestly a really great video. It is what influenced me to film this video. And no, not in any way, shape, or form in a revenge or rebuttal type of way. It's not like, oh, that was your story, this is my story. No, everything she said in her story was 100%
I thought some of our content creators in our sector was batshit crazy on this app, but and they way younger. We ain't got shit on them. Some of us over here ain't got none on some of these people, some of these other sectors, like real shit.
Of the fact that nobody really knew the true story behind the Natana breakup, and nobody really knew that it had to do with drugs. And now that it's out there, and now that you guys know that luckily was the end of Ashley's drug addiction story. Unfortunately, we might have to wait for that rain to stop. I can't say that. I clearly was not as strong or aware or anything as Ashley was, and her story.
She don't look like a druggie on here. She don't look like she do drugs right here.
And although
not for me, at least.
At the same time,
she looked like she might smoke a little weed, hit a little hookah.
More years to end, and I'm gonna take it from the beginning to the end. We're gonna be talking about it all. Like I said, as sad as it was to watch her video, and I did watch it, I'm not gonna have an ego and be like I didn't watch her video. Like, I just remembered a lot. And watching her video and hearing her talk about all the stuff that I don't think about on the daily anymore, it was just really hard. I just know for a fact, like, I can already feel them coming and going, like the tears, like they're coming and they're stopping, they're coming and they're stopping, and I'm trying to stick them back in, but I just have a feeling this is going to be an emotional video, so I'm sorry for that. And one more thing that I wanted to say before we get into it is, when you hear me calling Ashley Ashley, a lot of people were either saying that I was doing that on purpose to make her mad, or that they were two different people. And I just want to clear that up really quick. Natalia Taylor is her, like, internet name, but everybody in her real life
call her Ashley.
And I'm not spilling tea. She said that in a video. She's talked about it, and I think I only called her Natalia for like the first week of knowing her. And I know
that's why I told y'all on that video she was the girl in the middle.
I'm not calling her Ashley because I'm like trying to use her real name in spite of her. Like, no, I just can't tell a story and call her Natalia because she's not Natalia.
Yes, she was,
so
Anna.
When you hear me tell a story about her, my brain just registers and says it as Ashley, not Natalia.
Oh no!
That's like take two actors. Like, who dated? That's like Mila Kunis calling Ashton Kutcher Kelso because he
You
played Kelso in
doxed
that
her.
70s show.
Yes,
It's
you
a
did,
stage name.
Anna.
So don't take me calling her Ashley.
Cut the
negative
bullshit
at all, 'cause
and
that's who she is to me. Because I wasn't
cut the
supposed to
bullshit
think that way.
and
She was my
straight
girlfriend.
up.
There's always
You doxed
something to
her.
twist, and I
Because
just
at
don't want
first I
anything to
kept,
twist
I
in the
was
video
wondering,
because
like, wait,
regardless of everything else
and then I had
going
thought
on
about,
that
like,
we're not
okay,
gonna
yeah,
speak
that's
about,
the
at the end
girl
of the day,
real
I
name,
am
and
not
Natalia,
disingenuous when I say
it's
that
a real
I'm
name or
one,
her
extremely proud
YouTube
of
name,
Ashley
either
for
or,
being
one or
sober
the
for
other.
this long, staying sober, and two, her even making that video and talking about it. I just got influenced to make this video now because I heard Ashley talk about it, and I figured I might as well shed some light onto the situation while everybody's
I think she
talking
liked
about
it,
it.
Ashley, more than she liked it all the rest of these
that were
girls.
really crazy, that played big parts, that she left out. I think she left it out because it has to do with me. Because she even said in her video there were some parts that have more to do with me and not her, which I thought was really respectable. I actually thought that was like really nice of her to do. So she more so just told the stories that like focused on us together or her, but there was actually a huge story that focused more on me that played a huge part. You're gonna hear the story and you're gonna be like, of course Ashley didn't tell that. Like, she has a fucking heart, she has a soul. Now that this is my story, and it's not just stopping at Ashley, obviously it's the whole entire story up until the last time I did drugs, which wasn't that long ago, 6 months ago. It's better than nothing. Ashley and I's story is obviously like the first story or the first like section of my like drug addiction story or drug abuse story or whatever word you want to use. But let's take it even like further back than that. So high school Anna. I never really drank in high school ever. I might have posed with a beer or like a fucking wine cooler when I was like 16 thinking that I was cool. I started smoking weed. I think the first time I hit weed, like I hit a joint or I hit a blunt, I was probably really young, like 14, but I never continuously did it. But around 16, 17, I started smoking weed more often. By the time I was a senior, I was basically known as a stoner. And that was high school for me. But at that point, it wasn't every day. It was just often. Then I went to college, and my freshman year roommate, her boyfriend, sold weed. So smoking weed became an everyday thing. More so an every night thing, because every single night we would smoke. But that was when I started smoking weed like every single day. Then fast forward to sophomore year in college, and I try acid for my first time. And it was nothing crazy. It was a small amount. It wasn't anything
crazy.
spiritual.
Well,
like
shit,
colors,
it is.
You know, the waviness of things, just basic acid shit. Like, it was just an acid trip, and that was that. So then about a year and a half goes by, and I try a new substance. And this substance I'm not gonna name, mainly because it plays a huge part in this story, and it plays a huge part of me and Ashley's story. And Ashley made the decision to not name the substances.
There was that BPD, whatever she said, y'all, that first time.
Put that out there. Out of respect for Ashley, out of respect for
the drug that changed their lives. That drug, remember that she said that?
I have to talk about it in the story because it plays a huge part at the end of this story, which is why I stopped doing drugs. So we're gonna call that drug the really bad drug. So I tried this really bad drug, and you know, I try it and it is what it is. Never developed a habit, never did it all the time. It was just, I did it and that was that. So now let's fast forward to my senior year of college. This was when I auditioned and became a part of Tana's collab channel, Trash. Now I'm gonna be skipping a lot of irrelevant details here, like how we met, how I got put in Trash, just all of that stuff is just irrelevant. Just know that the YouTuber we all know, Tana Mojo, created a collab channel. There was a trip and we all went to LA, and me and Ashley became instantly inseparable. It was so insane, and we were so inseparable that I ended up leaving college my senior year, finishing it online, that's why I didn't walk at my graduation, and moving to Ohio to live with Ashley. But our drug
mind you, Ashley said she bought the house, did she? She bought the house for them to get high in, but if she felt like she was being abused in any type of way, her name was on all the paperwork. Why she just didn't get up and leave? Like, you know, I don't know.
Because we were on so many drugs.
That's why I said it's so iffy.
Because when I got picked up from the airport with all my bags, moving to Ohio, I got picked up with all my friends with drugs. Like, they were ready for me to do drugs as soon as I got off the airplane. Like, that was where we were at. We were so far deep into the rabbit hole before I even fucking moved to Ohio. So moving to Ohio was a recipe for disaster. We just had all this time, all this money, a whole ass house to do it in. We literally had a room in the house dedicated to doing drugs. Like, how sick were we? Like, we were so...
Right.
lost. And you would think, like, I'm getting emotional talking about it, you would think, like, why didn't I stop then? Like, I don't know if this is just the problem with addiction. Like
okay, because I was going to say that, but you hit it right on the head. You nailed it.
Then we started making friends that did this kind of stuff. And a friend of a friend was actually really into psychedelics, and that is what got us into psychedelics. And I was stupid, and I was like, I'd done that before. And I just thought I knew what I was doing, and that's why I do hold myself accountable, but we're not going to go there. Because we're just not gonna go there right now because I don't want to have a mental fucking spiral. Like it feels like it feels like it didn't even happen. Like it was just so fast. Like she said in her video, it really was just like that. It was like 1 second we were just trying these things, and the next second this was our life now. Like I can
like that's how life happens. Like seriously, in the blink of an eye, dog.
That, like, it was so quick. Like, where, how, like, how did we go from this to that?
I can believe it, but y'all did, like, and it's crazy, man.
Like, from being this, like, iconic couple that was obsessed with each other to despising each other, but also becoming so addicted to drugs that, like, you think reality is okay. Like, you think the reality you're living in is okay, and it's just totally not. It just, I don't know, it so quickly turned to doing a couple drugs a week to all of a sudden mixing multiple different types of drugs a day, going on benders 4 days, not eating, not sleeping, not humaning at all, like literally not being a fucking human for days, just doing drugs and having these crazy conversations about meaning in the universe. We thought it was okay. Like we thought it was okay. And I remember through my entire drug journey, which again I'm going to tell the whole story, there were 2 times in my life where I remember thinking to myself before going to bed, I might not wake up. Like I am so fucked up right now that I'm scared that I'm going to die in my sleep. And I don't say that like lightly. Like actually, it only happened twice in my whole life, and it happened once while I was in Ohio with Ashley, and it happened once during the time like that made me stop doing drugs, which was like 6 months ago. So that shows that like those were the 2 worst times. Like yeah, I did drugs throughout pretty much every fucking relationship I've been in, but these were the worst. I specifically remember being in Ashley's bed and telling her, I feel like I'm gonna die. Like I don't feel right. Like we did too much. We let that stop us for as long as it could, maybe 2-3 days. Just like she said in her video, this was the cycle we were in. We would go on benders, long benders for like 2-3 whatever so days and not eat, not sleep, just be doing drugs every fucking hour, literally like drugs every fucking hour. And then we would like get to a point where we're like, we gotta chill out, and then we'd get sober and we'd stay sober for like a day or 2, and during that time we would work, we would film a video, we would edit, whether this was for the Natana channel or if this was for our individual channels, and we would just go right back to another bender. It was like nothing was able to stop us. And another point she said in her video that really stuck with me is that we got to a point where we weren't doing it for fun anymore. Like we weren't. Like it wasn't like let's get high and have so much fun. It wasn't like that. It was like we were just doing it because we needed to do it. We need to make a compilation of every time this camera shuts off. But like I was saying, just anybody with a brain that saw our behavior would have been like, what the fuck are you doing? Like you guys need to stop. But nobody saw it. No one knew. Our families didn't know. My family wasn't there. We just isolated ourselves in this little house, and the only people that were there were other people getting high or drug dealers. Like it was just so bad. Like you hang the fuck on. Oh my god. I'm gonna suck these back into my head right fucking now. Watch. That was my tear ducts sucking them back in my head. You guys see the picture that Ashley posted in her video and on her thumbnail. She clearly needed help. Why didn't I see that? Why didn't anybody else see that?
Because y'all was too high, like y'all said.
That I thought she looked normal in that photo. We took that photo for a modeling gig for her. What the fuck? What the fuck was wrong with me? Like, not even just me, us together. Like, just everybody. Like, how
well, y'all know what?
How did it...
Ashley family probably did, like she said, didn't nobody know what was going on but all of them that she was with. Mind you, she was living off on her own. When her family found out, they probably made her start pressing charges against Anna, because they was like, no, this girl did this to you. You know how some families are, especially they,
this had became our reality.
I don't want to say it like that, you know, but yeah.
This is like a huge part, and it's also just going to give you perspective.
So I really don't know
how bad it was. I don't even know where.
I'm only going to listen to like 5 more minutes of this.
And I should have
because I gotta get up early and go to work in a couple of hours.
Doing drugs at this time for many reasons, but one of the reasons was that there was a tapestry.
But this is just tripping me out.
Bed. I think I used to film in front of it.
And it's crazy because they're so young.
Rainbow colored, and this was when we were so.
And like at this age, where are y'all parents? Like, where's everybody's parents? Why they needing help and all these sick comas, sleep comas, dope nods, binges? Like, where are the parents? The mama, the daddy, the older siblings, the grandma? Like, where are they?
Like lightning, like sparking. And I was like, Ashley, like, why is this happening? Like, I'm looking at this tapestry and it's lighting up, and we were both just like, drugs, dude. Like, we always fucking said that. We would always be like, drugs. We would be experiencing the weirdest fucking symptoms, and we would just be like, fucking drugs, dude. Like, drugs, they're crazy. But then we just do more drugs, like. But anyway, the pot where I was at was, it was right after a bender. We were sober. I was staring at my tapestry.
Benders, as they call it.
I wish I could give you like a visual of what I mean by lighting up. But like the tapestry was all different colors. But if I looked at the bottom of one of the colors, it was like zzz, zzz, like as if it was like lightning zipping through where the two colors met. And I was sober. So why I was just that fucked up all the time that we got to a point that even when we were sober, we were fucked up. So I remember
they just wanted to party, make their YouTube videos, because that's how they was making their money. They both had money, you know what I'm saying? They both channel was off the meter. They got hella support on their channels, and they just wanted to do drugs and party.
This was actually,
and at the time, nobody noticed what was going on because they was too high.
Again, I'm pretty sure Ashley didn't talk about this because I could be totally wrong. I don't know. I'm not like fucking.
So with that being said, you don't know what these vloggers and YouTuber content creators and influencers, what be going on behind the scenes with everybody and people. You just don't know.
I was ever going to tell this story.
You just know when they put this camera on, just like Tuna. Like she was on that video and that picture the other day with that bag in her bra, but oh, she's pregnant and all this goofy ass shit. So it's like you just don't know what people deal with when they get out their platform and they cut their camera off. Like, come on, you just don't know.
A couple weeks before Electric Forest, and what happened was, like I said, we went on a bender, got sober, did our thing, worked, did YouTube, like fucking YouNows, whatever. I was.
And I've been to a couple raves before.
It was fine, like no big deal, just whatever.
And that's how they be at raves. Like at the rave parties, everybody turned up, everybody lit. Like everybody went from 0 to 100 real quick off of all types of drugs. They walking around with all these different type of drugs on the platter for party drugs. Social drugs, whoever wants the drugs, whatever drug you want is there.
And I was sitting next to her looking at the same corkboard. I was like, really? You're seeing New York City? That's so weird. And this was a normal fucking conversation that we were having. We thought nothing was
and it's free.
So
if you at the rave, you in a party, you partying, the drugs is free, whatever choice of drugs, so whatever choice of drug you like or want to try or own is there. Now you got it, you trying it, and that's what it is. And that's how these raves and parties be going.
Probably had a lot to do with it.
Some people be socially drugging and some people be addicted.
But the reason why I wasn't like, hey Ashley, you need help, you're seeing New York City in a corkboard, is because I was so fucked up that I was having my own hallucination in the corkboard. We were literally sitting there telling each other what we're seeing, and we thought it was fucking normal. We were so strung out. So we go on that bender and we go too hard, and eventually we get to a point where we're like, hey, we're gonna fucking die, we should probably stop. That's how usually it.
Yeah, we had a technical difficulty. I was trying to stop her video, but yeah, her name is Anna Campbell. Y'all know the other girl's name, Natalia Taylor and Mandy somebody and somebody else. They got TikToks, Instagram, Facebooks, all that. And that it's just crazy. I didn't even see these comments. Let me go back up to whatever comments. Yeah, they need for real, definitely a reality check, sir. That's crazy. And like, I don't know who to believe. I don't know whose story to go with. Like I said, I don't know if those girls was just mad and they mad that their story end up getting out somehow and they've had to face their families. And you know, I don't know if Anna was like a for real predator. Like, I don't know. Because like I said, it's iffy and you don't know who to believe. But both of them sound very genuine, very sincere. Like they both stating facts. Like they both got receipts. Like they both telling the truth. Like who knows? And like I said, both of the stories are really sounding the same. But some leaving some in, some leaving some out. Like, I don't know. I've always wanted to go to a rave, but I heard it gets crazy. Yeah, girl, you be careful at them raves. But the thing is, long as you know your mind, long as you know what you do and what you don't do, you'll get through it. Because raves are very fun. Raves are very fun, girl. You be in a rave lit, all the lights going off, you know what I'm saying, on and off, the music. Good. It depends on what type of rave you in now. I done been to one where live bands is playing. You hear all these live ass drums and guitars, and I mean, I'm talking about they going nuts in that motherfucker. So yeah, raves are very much fun, but you can get caught up because once you start going to one, you gonna like them. And then once you start going, you're gonna be right like they said. You start meeting people, and now you're meeting these people from all different type of places that's at this rave. You don't know nothing about these people. All you know what y'all got in common is rave, partying, and now drugs. So now you partying, you drugging with these people that you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Now you might not even do. You done went to the rave and you only went and you probably don't even do all these drugs, but now that you done linked up and ganged up with these new people at these parties, now you trying their drugs, they trying yours. Now y'all mixing the drugs together. Now you know what I'm saying? Y'all linking up all every now and again doing this. Now y'all, you know what I'm saying, coming to each other's cities, and now y'all addicted. You know what I'm saying? That's just how shit goes sometimes in life, and that's crazy. That's like just like in a blink of an eye, like man, in a blink of an eye, y'all. A blink of an eye, like things could just go very dark real quick, like 0 to 100 real quick, and it's crazy. So yeah, them raves is definitely fun, but like you know, I know I'm going to a party. I'm going to party. I'm going to do me. I'm going to have a drink. I'm going, you know what I'm saying, roll up a few cuts. Like, ain't nobody going for all that weird ass shit. If I'm going there, that means I'm collecting bread while I'm there. You feel me? If that make any type of sense. Like, ain't nobody going to play around with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, get an underlay for the overplay for whoever in there wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody with that social trying drugs type shit where I'm from. And now understand how could you just want to decide to be out hanging out with a person and because they doing it or they offer it or you see it, you want it. Like, well, where they do that at? Who do that? Like, you just gonna go off and try some shit because it's there or because you see they doing it and they, you know, like, nah, that just don't make no sense. Like, I know it happens and it happens, but like, that's crazy. Like, seriously. Like, that's crazy, man. You gonna go in there and take some drugs, you see a motherfucker there nodding out, falling out, slobbing, and that's what you want to try? Like, no, it don't make no sense. Like, you gotta make it make sense. So, yeah, you just gotta be careful around those type of, and then, when you go to raves, see, it be different type of raves and parties. It depends on where you at, what city, town, and what side of the town or city that the raves are on. You know what I'm saying? In different communities, different hoods, different areas, you might get, you got blacks in one area, you got Latinos, you got Filipinos, you got Koreans, you got Chinese, people from China, you got Japanese, you got Mexican people, you got Arab people, you feel me? You got mixed people. So it depends on what type of rave you going to. And if you going to a rave where you going to a lot of kicking with a lot of motherfuckers, say a lot of college kids or something, or a lot of, let's say from 28 to like 35 or something. And people be at raves. It depends, like I said, who having them and where you going and where they at. Older people be in them raves. But I'm saying that to say this, like, say for instance, we're in Chicago. And if I'm going to a rave, like, in the suburbs or like maybe on the north side of Chicago, that rave with them people on the north side of Chicago, everybody in there gonna have a bag. Everybody in there gonna have money. You feel me? So it's like, it depends on what type of setting you at and what type of people you sitting with. You feel me? So when I'm going to sit at a rave, you know what I'm saying? Everybody I'm going to sit with, I've been to one like everybody sitting, we all sitting on the same shit. We all on the same page. We all on the same level. We all let do the same thing. We partying on the same everything. But I also been to a rave where, man, that's people come to the rave just for the free drugs and the free liquor. You know what I'm saying? And for the meet and greets to see who they can drug with and sex with. You feel me? And go off with. Like, it depends. It depends. It really do. But, I mean, they be fun. They be wild. They be lit. They be turned up. All that. They be going 24 hours. Some 6-8 hours. Like, but you meet up with these people and sometimes your dealings have consequences and you just gotta face them and deal with them. Luckily, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, Anna, she seemed like she be back and forth on drugs. She seemed like somebody that pissed her off to the quarter. She like, man, I gotta sit down, I gotta, you know what I'm saying, get high. Like, I feel like she's strong, but she ain't that strong. Now, the other girl, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, she went through that shit. She knew she wasn't supposed to be doing it. She went off hanging with the wrong people. You know what I'm saying, doing all the wrong things that she know she was not supposed to been doing or was doing before she met her. And she knew her family wasn't going to allow that. So, that's why she moved off and moved away. You know what I'm saying, and started doing all the shit that she wanted to do that the people at home weren't going to accept. So, yeah. And I just don't know. But yeah, those are these YouTubers, man, this sect ain't got nothing on them. I go over there in they sector, I'm just looking around on a lot of people. I'm damn, you know what I'm saying? They wilding over here. Like, it's just not them. It's a lot of young guys, a lot of middle age. Man, it's it. So it's just a lot of different sectors. You just gotta branch off. You know what I'm saying? Going like you going to meet people, I guess. Just branch off in different sectors, different conversation, chats, different videos, vlogs. You know what I'm saying? To find different people. I mean, that's just if you just get sick or tired of some of the drama and the lies and all the goofy capping that be going on over in this sector, which is it's fun to listen to, get in tune with the shits. But you know, it's other shit out here on YouTube that people can, you know what I'm saying, branch off on and see, and you know what I'm saying, just look and hear some different type of things and some different type of people. You know what I'm saying? Not all this ghetto drama and just all this bull crap, man. You feel me? I mean, it is what it is, but yeah, that part. So yeah, I'm finna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all, though. I mean, if y'all go, you know what I'm saying, if y'all want to finish her story or just go check them out, go ahead. I just want to come bring it, you know what I'm saying, to let y'all see, talk, mess with me, react live or react to it and all that. I'm going to try to keep up with the story because, like I said, this has been like 8 months to a year ago. Everybody just started coming out with all their pictures, videos, vlogs, receipts, you know what I'm saying, doxing each other, you know what I'm saying, getting their stories and lies and truth and facts and all that together. So now it's coming out. Now it's everything going into investigation. Now they watching all of them, and now it's all taking place. So soon it's going to unfold to see who all of them really are. You feel me? We going to see at the end of the day. But yeah, I'm going to be looking at it, you know what I'm saying, we probably talk about it again, not real soon, because probably ain't too much of nothing going to be going on real soon, because like I said, they banned it, Anna, everything. She got an Instagram, but she ain't made no post since the last post of that, so, you know, she just probably sitting back and whoever talking about it, bushes, or, you know what I'm saying, dealing with her own, whatever she got going on. She ain't really too much, you know what I'm saying, dealing with social media right now. And the other girls, they social media is definitely still going. It's still up, popping, rolling, all of that. So, yeah. But I do appreciate everybody for coming in. Those who did come in. I know it was late. Actually, I was supposed to have an interview today, guys, with one of the content creators. But I had to end up canceling it. From like, you know, because I was at work and we've been short at work, so I have to keep doing these doubles. Like, I'm just trying to get the bag every which way I can, you feel me? So I'm here, I'm there, I'm here, And yeah, then I'm like, okay, well, since I ain't gonna be able to do that, then I still gotta get some type of content out because I'm trying to be consistent for my people, you feel me? So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and brush this up on them real quick and slick, you know what I'm saying? Pop in, pop out, talk my shit or whatever the case may be. We did. And I just really appreciate everybody. Hit the like. Shut a live down if you come in on the replay. What's up to those who came in on the replay? To my A1s, day ones. Yo, yo. To my new ones. Hey, we in it. And that's about it, y'all. And I'm going to see y'all probably tomorrow sometimes, either on my live or out here in these streets somewhere in somebody else, at somebody else's house or something. You hear me? So yeah, that's about how that go, y'all. And I'm about to really get up out of here. And I enjoy each and every last one of y'all that came in with me. And if you haven't hit the like, hit the like. Check out the community board. I do be posting over there, sharing out daily. I do have a membership. I don't know how to post the link. People be inboxing me on Instagram talking about you don't never have your link up when you go live. You know, if people is trying to fuck with me on the subscription membership side, but I don't know how to drop no links. I'm getting that on. Maybe next time I go live, one of my moderators can put it in the chat for me. But either or, anybody can go to any one of my videos or whatever and press the join button. It ain't shit. But yeah, that's that with that. And y'all have a good night. I know I came up on y'all late, but those who fuck with me was here, and I appreciate it. And I'm out, y'all. Peace.
Yeah. It's the Warren G. Seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. All of you search know what's up with 213.
First of all, I'd like to thank God. Second of all, I'd like to thank my whole entire Defo family on both sides, you know what I'm saying? I'd like to tell Tupac to keep his guards up. We ride with him. And one other thing I'd like to say, any artists out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star and don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing, come to Death Row.